869-452 and 1-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media, this is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We're a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and first timer on Ron Siegel Radio, Travis Robinson, Maxwell Agency, is with us. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money. I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Today is National Nevada Day. Okay, well, I guess it, as they say,
it is what it is.
Now, you know me, I am a big-time flag waver, so today is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. So we say thank you to all those men and women who served. You know, let's say Vietnam War Veterans Day, and they were the ones that got the short end of the stick coming back, but we thank all of our veterans. Mom and Pop Business Owner Day. That's perfect for what we're going to talk about today because we're dealing with small businesses. So Mom and Pop Business Owner Day, that's the American way. I don't know if they like us in Washington, but here on Ron Siegel Radio, I love the mom and pop businesses. And having beaten anorexia, Lemon Chiffon Cake Day. It's Passover, so I probably won't have any lemon chiffon cake, but I do enjoy the celebration. Let's take a look at what's going on in the markets today. Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 53 points. S&P 500 down 16. NASDAQ down 120 points. Oil up 7 cents a barrel. Do you think that could be because they finally figured out how to get that tanker moving? Well, I know it blocked up the whole Suez Canal there for about a week or so because, you get this ship that gets off course just a little bit. And as I have shared with you, think about the size of that ship that was blocking an entire canal. I guess it wasn't one of those amphibian ships. It couldn't go across land. So when it got turned sideways, had a bit of a problem. But think about that. I mean, a quarter of a mile long was the ship and about the size of a football field wide. That's a big ship. But the canal's open now. The ship is moving. But does that mean gas prices are doing any better? Well, if you want, gas prices right now, $2.59.5. Not in Calizuela. That would be Mississippi. How about $3.65? Yeah, not in Calizuela. That would be Hawaii. Average across the state of Calizuela, $3.90 a gallon. Ow! That's $1.04 more than the national average. And I know if you're on Facebook with me right now, they're going to say that the administration has nothing to do with the gas prices. Because I know they've put some comments right across my page, missing contents. The president has nothing to do with this. Yeah, but his policies do. That's why the gas prices have gone up by about 60 cents since he's in office, 60 cents a gallon since he's in office. But I know Facebook's going to tell me that that's not because of him. That's not because of what he did. Of course, then again, when we watch his schedule, what is he doing? Have you watched any of these things of what's going on with the president's schedule? He has about 3 meetings a day. One of them is his national intelligence briefing. I don't know if he's awake for it or not, but he's there. And then he gets into a couple other things. I wish I could get away with his schedule, and I'm not the leader of the free world. But we just keep on watching and seeing what else is going on as some things just continue. I didn't have a live broadcast on Friday, so I will share with you a couple thoughts on the press conference. No, turn that off, guys. It wasn't the president with the bong hit. That is not nice. Let's see what was it. How did the press conference go? Did anybody follow the press conference? Did you stay awake for it? Now, the media, they were probably asleep because when you can't figure, or either that or they're just stupid. I don't know whether the media is asleep or stupid, but think about some of the things that the president said that the media just didn't follow up on. So there's no crisis at the border, and none of it has to do with the Biden administration and what they did. And every year, the border is the same. So our crack staff does a little bit of research, and what do we find out? Well, February 2020 under Donald Trump to February 2021 under President Biden, apprehensions are up 174%. I wonder where the media was. Why didn't they share that information with anybody? Maybe it didn't fit their narrative. Of course, then again, the president said that the vice president is in charge, and she said, no, I'm not. Now, who's running things? I mean, she says contradicts the president. Wonder what would happen if other vice presidents contradict the president like that. And the president said that he has got problems with the Republicans in Washington, but the rest of the country likes what he's doing. Okay, so our crack staff, they look at that one also. According to the Rasmussen Daily Tracking Poll, president's job approval rating, 47% of Americans approve of his job, 51% disapprove. Does that mean the average American likes what he's doing? Seems to me that number should be the other way around more significantly if the president was doing any uniting at all, but that's not happening. I don't think it will happen. But we'll continue to watch. We'll continue giving our honest evaluations of what the president is or is not doing. Hey, did you see this one? Senior circuit judge appointed by President Reagan. Yeah, he's still working. Calling out the mainstream media for being partisans. Have you ever heard that anywhere before?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Unfortunately, he was the dissenting opinion talking about the Washington Post, the New York Times being partisan papers. Yeah, well, it's amazing how we'll see that. Hey, you a sports fanatic? I am. The Miami Heat are going to begin to allow fans in their stadium, but they're going to have a separate section. So if you are fully vaccinated, you go into one area of the arena, and if you're not vaccinated, I don't know if they even let you in, but you get to go into a different area. So that's a fascinating concept right there. Wonder how much more that's going to be going on. I did see that they're looking at doing the administration is looking at a vaccinated passport. So you'll have a card for your passport saying whether you're vaccinated or not. I don't know about that one because I just had a conversation with a young lady last night don't go there, but her comment was not getting vaccinated. She's of the age where she's planning on having kids. What are the repercussions of the vaccinations 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the line for young people getting vaccinated in the reproductive systems? Well, they produce this vaccine in 10 months. I don't know that they have information of what's going to happen 5 or 10 years down the line. So I think it's fascinating to watch what's going on there, how different people think. If it was me, if anybody asked my opinion, I'd be with this young lady saying, hey, you know something? Get some more research. The vaccine is going to be great for those who are partaking, but I'm just saying that, they've done this pretty quick. I'm much more excited. Merck, I think, is coming out with a therapeutic that they're working on. Yeah, that's if you get the vaccine, you take a medicine like a penicillin or something, whatever it is, and it knocks it out of you. I like that idea better than the vaccines. It's just, Let our systems do what they're supposed to be doing. Let us get stronger internally. Just my personal opinion. We'll keep on watching that. What else is going on? Hey, did you watch the news with Larry Kudlow? Yeah, he was the architect of some of the Trump economic plans, talking about the Biden tax increases. Who ever heard of a tax increase when you're trying to come out of recover an economy? Yeah, that's Joe Biden. Never found a tax he did not like, so we'll be watching that one for you as well. Got a lot to cover today. Hey, do you have medical insurance? Do you work for a small business? Do you need medical insurance? Do you have other employee issues that are needed? We're going to learn about that today. We're going to also get into just a little bit about what it means to be in a seller's market. Yeah, that's real estate. And we've got that featured home today, brought to you by myfavouritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter at Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Real Estate Radio is hosted by local real estate and finance expert Ron Siegel. The purpose of this show is to help consumers understand what's really going on in our local real estate market. We're teaching you the why and the how-to, so you'll always be one step ahead of everyone else. Whether you need to sell your home for top dollar, refinance and save money, or even buy a bargain in Southern California, Ron Siegel can help. Call Ron directly at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Take advantage of speaking with Ron anytime you're entering a real estate transaction. Having someone who can answer all of your questions that truly cares about you and your family's best interest is priceless. Call Ron Siegel today and you'll be glad you did. 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or you can visit realestateradio.com for more info.
Blue Water Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Trimming of your retirement does not include losing your house. However, due to today's lower stock market, higher medical bills, and taxes, many retirees face this very problem. This is why it is necessary that you, as a baby boomer considering retirement within the next 10 years, understand reverse mortgages and what one could do for you or your parents. A reverse mortgage could make it possible for you or your parents to travel, buy a second home, or start a new business. For more information about reverse mortgages, just call our off-air number at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit realestateradio.com and click the free workshop button.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed rate below 3.5% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $300,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,300 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed to NMLS ID 217037. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. Let's see what's going on in the Mortgage Minute today, being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva, they've got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. Dow Jones now down 100 points. NASDAQ down 146 points. S&P 500 down 13. The 10-year Treasury yield up 3 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities, that yield is the bond itself, not the yield. Bond down, interest rates are up. That's the way it always works. They go in opposite directions every single time. But the question is, why is all of this happening? Well, we're going to have a busy news week. We saw the believe it or not, that ocean liner had a big effect on the market just because there was billions of dollars locked up behind it. So we got the Case-Shiller FHA house price appreciation reports are going to be released tomorrow, Wednesday, easy for me to say. We're going to have the pending home sales. Additionally, ADP and BLS jobs reports are going to be reported on Wednesday and Friday this week. Market's anticipating about 500,000 jobs created on each report. We'll see if that happens. And the bond market going to close really early. It's amazing. Now, think about this. The bond market, that's what drives basically the interest rates and mortgages and all these other things. Bond markets usually close at 2 p.m. Eastern time for holidays. They're going to close at 9 at noon Eastern this time. That's 9 o'clock in the morning. They're closing based on California time. So just be aware the market's going to be closed before you basically get up. But the other thing that's going on is we're having a problem with automobiles. So automobiles have a big impact on the market, right? Because it's a durable item. A lot of components go into that. But because there's a chip shortage, the automobile plants are starting to shut down because they can't finish the manufacturing of the cars because they don't have the chips for all the computers that are on cars nowadays. So you think about some things that are going on, and you never really think about all the ramifications different items have. But chip shortage, cars stopping, a lot of traffic, that's a big issue right there. That is the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products for you. So this morning, we're going to talk with Travis Robinson, Maxwell Agency Insurance Services. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you with us. Let's chat a little bit. I don't know why I'm not hearing much out of your mic. There we go. I think maybe we'll hear you now. So tell us a little bit about Maxwell Agency.
We specialize in group health insurance, employee benefits. We help small business owners navigate that area. So health insurance, dental, vision, any benefits that you would want to offer your employees to, help retain them, keep them on board. Interesting.
So what's it, when you explain a little bit about this for those of us that don't understand, why would I want to go with the group benefit instead of like here in Calizuela, the covered California programs?
Well, it comes out pre-tax, so it comes out of payroll pre-tax, so you're saving money there. It's also, you have better networks and just better options.
Better options.
Yeah, better options.
And so from what I understand, health insurance actually was a program or the employer paying for health insurance.
Right.
Came out of out of World War II, I think it was.
Well, that's one of the other benefits is your employer is going to contribute towards the employee and even sometimes the dependents. So he's contributing to the employee's costs.
So I got to understand something, and maybe you can help me with this. Maybe it might be completely off wall. So I left one company about Blue. That easy for me to say. Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO. Looks like basically the exact same plan. The employer I was with in Michigan it cost me like I think $1,200, $1,300 a month.
Yep.
The employer I have in Arizona, it's like $900 a month. Same plan. Does the state that the person is in affect insurance?
Absolutely. It's regulated by the state. Well, California regulates it. So it goes off your age and home zip code. So depending on where you live and your age is going to fluctuate the cost of insurance.
So is it, when you're talking about group insurance, do you have to go by the whole group as to what the average age is, or how do they deal with that?
Depends on the size of the group. You can get composite rates. Most of the businesses.
You got to go slow because I'm a simple guy. What's a composite rate?
Well, composite rates is all of your employees' costs rates are the same. Small business in California, it goes off of age banded. So depending on your age, if you have an employee that's 50, his cost is going to be significantly higher than an employee that's 20.
So you're telling me that I'm an expense for the company because I'm old.
Correct.
Okay, there we go. So are there breaks on the way the programs work depending upon company size?
I wouldn't say breaks, but there's ways that we save companies money, looking at their networks and doctors that they want to go to. We can use a smaller network as opposed to a larger network and save employees and employers money by doing that research for them.
So now what about the companies that want to give, years ago I used to have some of my own companies, and there was some group that we had like 9 or different 10 options. Is that where we could pay a certain amount and the employee could go to a menu? Is that still how they do that?
They do. And it's up to the employers how many plans they want to offer the employees, and we help the employers navigate those. Couple HMOs, couple PPOs, just depending on what their needs are.
Okay, so and how do they generally do it based on what the employees' needs are or the owner's needs?
We find both. We really like to talk to the employer, see what their needs are, and then we also like to sit down with the employees and find out where are they going to the doctor, are they having certain issues, and then we can help the employer pick a plan base or certain plans best fit for both the employer and the employee.
And do you find that any kind of a business specific looks for different types? I mean, again, like professionals, the CPAs and lawyers, are they looking for a cheaper plan or better plans, or as opposed to a restaurant or something?
I think most people want to get the best bang for their buck, right? So they want to get the best benefits for the best costs, and we help them navigate depending on which carrier has the best rates right now, or maybe the best network, or we're contracted with everyone in California, so we can go through and look and find out the best rates are for everybody.
So that's a fascinating part, because I say the same thing with our private clients in the lending side, is you want to have somebody that's got the I don't know what they call it in your world, a broker type.
Correct.
The broker?
Yep.
So you can act like a personal shopper for me.
Absolutely.
So you're going to know that this group or this plan likes CPAs and this plan likes athletes. Just hypothetically, as far as
right, yeah, we can find out, and it's really based off what county you're in as well. So
really,
it can be, because some counties run higher than others as far as pricing goes. But sitting down with the owners and finding out what they want or needs, and some people really like one carrier and they're absolutely dead set against another carrier, and so sitting down and having that discussion with them and finding out if they want Blue Shield or if they don't want Kaiser. We can offer them the best based off of those.
So every plan that you're developing is customized for the desires, so to speak, of the company you're working with.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, are you dealing with individuals too, or just companies?
We primarily deal with groups, businesses from 2 to 100 employees. We do write individual, but our primary focus is helping business owners because of some of the other benefits that we bring to the table.
So tell us about some of the other benefits.
One of the things that we're most proud of is our paperless enrollments. We do so all the applications are paperless. We do them online, and we have the benefit administration online, which saves the employers and employees quite a bit of time.
What does that mean? What does a benefit administration mean?
Well, that means they go online and everything's done online. So everything that we do, employee handbooks, are all done online.
Oh, so you're doing the employee handbook too?
We do employee handbooks, and it's all digital. So years past, your employee handbook can be 100 pages, right? And every employee should review that and sign it. Well, with our systems, they do it online. So you can tell when someone's reviewed the employee handbook and then have a digital signature, and then we can help them navigate through that as far as any other documents that they need to sign.
That's a big issue right there, because I know when I own my own companies, doing a handbook, I mean, that could almost be a full-time job, keeping up on all the different laws and regulations that change all the time.
Well, everyone's handbook should be updated annually. And especially with COVID, there's going to be a lot of new rules and regulations. So we'll do those at zero cost. We do those for all of our groups now. And then we have them updated. And like I said, it's digital. So we don't have to print and have employees view. They can review them. I mean, they can view them on their phone or at home on their computer. They sign right then and there, and it's kept on file.
So now you had made a comment that you can actually see if somebody's reviewed it.
Correct.
Does it give a time on how long they've reviewed it for?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure that.
I've always laughed about that because I've said many times, even in some of the different worlds where you do DocuSign.
Right.
I mean, you go on here. I registered for some website the other day, and it has the terms of service. Does anybody read the terms of service? Right, but you scroll all the way down to the very bottom because you just want to get to where you want to get to.
You have to click it to move forward, and that's the one thing that's nice about our paperless enrollments when they're doing applications is, every section has to be filled in correctly. Your date of birth needs to be correct, social security number, all that stuff needs to be done properly before you can move on. So it really speeds up the process to enroll an employee. If you're doing paper applications, it can take anywhere from 20 minutes per employee, and sometimes you'll do 2 applications, say one for your health and one for dental and vision. With ours, you do it once, that information is stored and rolled over, and so you're only filling everything out once.
And you're forced to do it the right way, because I remember that on paper when you do it, you end up sending it in and, I forgot that box, and they send it back to you, and then you say you filled it out the wrong way. And
or a lot of times, you're getting, if you're filling out paper applications, you're getting, if you have a group of 50 different people handwriting something in, well, we can't tell if that's a 2 or a 7. So with ours, we type them in, and if you have a manufacturing group that has, people that don't have access to computers, we can come out and we'll sit down with our own computers and sit down with the employees one-on-one and do that with them right then and there.
A lot of benefits. It's changed a lot. So if you've been in business and you're not doing it the 2021 way, right? You might want to get caught up with the way the world is. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. More with Travis Robinson when we come back. We're going to also chat a little bit about what it means to be in the seller's real estate market. And we've got that featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. No longer on Twitter at Ron Siegel, but if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Hi, we're here with Ron Siegel, the host of Real Estate Radio. Ron, welcome to the studio. Give us insight as to what your show is all about.
Hi, Eric. Thanks for having me. Thanks for asking me that question. The reason we developed Real Estate Radio is right now there is an abundance of misinformation out there. So Real Estate Radio is a show designed to give Southern California a focal point for their real estate knowledge, as well as a place to go just in case they might need anything real estate related.
So how are you helping people?
That's actually pretty simple. People need advice. So it really doesn't matter who you are. If you have any real estate questions, we're here to help. Whether you're buying a home, selling, you're experiencing a loan modification, short sale, foreclosure, there are a lot of things going on in this marketplace.
How can people get a hold of you?
Real easy. All you have to do is call. The number is 1-800-306-1990. Press option 1.
Interesting times in the market right now. Where do you think the markets are going from here?
That's a great question. All I can say is this. The housing market came down one house at a time, and what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build it one house, one family at a time. So the best thing that anyone can do is access the free advice that we really want to give you. And to do that, you simply need to call me. The number is 1-800-306-1990, option 1. I'd really love to help.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed rate below 3.5% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $300,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,300 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed to NMLS ID 217037. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. The digest will tell you exactly what the market believes about your property, what the county recorder knows about your property. And as always, it's compliments of Ron Siegel Radio, what it means to be in a seller's real estate market. If you've given even a casual thought to selling your house in the near future, this is the time to really think seriously about making a move. Here's why this season is the ultimate seller's market and the optimal time to make sure your house is available for buyers who are looking for homes to purchase. The latest existing home sales report from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, shows the inventory of houses for sale is still astonishingly low, sitting at just a 2-month supply at the current sales pace. Historically, a 6-month supply is necessary for a normal or neutral market in which there are enough homes available for active buyers. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk KMET AM 1490 video feed, you're going to see a chart on the screen of the impact of monthly housing inventory on home prices. When the supply of homes for sale is as low as it is right now, it's much harder for buyers to find homes to purchase. As a result, competition among purchasers rises and more bidding wars take place, making it essential for buyers to submit attractive offers. Bottom line, home prices are appreciating in today's seller's market, making your home available over the coming weeks. Yeah, it might be a good idea for you because there's going to be a lot of properties out there eventually. Right now there is not, but there are a lot of buyers still out there looking. That is the real-time real estate segment, again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. Continuing our conversation this morning, Travis Robinson is in the house. We're talking insurance benefits, employee benefits. He's with Maxwell Agency. We've learned a little bit about insurance benefits, group benefits. And we're going to learn some more about them this morning as I continue our conversation. If you've got questions, go ahead and just put them in the chat box. We might be able to get to them. Or if you want to meet Travis after the broadcast, give me a call at 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch. But we're talking a little bit about employee handbooks. So, Travis, what's some of the new things you think or maybe you know are coming out? Because you mentioned that COVID is going to have a big change.
Right, and I'm not an employee handbook specialist. We actually hire companies to go and do those handbooks for the employees. So they're they're up to date. They're specialized. We'll give them access. All of our clients access to HR professionals too. So if they have questions,
that's a big deal.
Absolutely, HR is big. I mean, a lot of rules and regulations
changing all the time.
Right. I mean,
I know. I look at just because of having our own branch in the lending world. We have to you can't see it on TV, but there's a big sign on the door here because I sit here. Like I'm going to read all that stuff, right?
Well, you're supposed to.
I'm supposed to. I know.
Probably sign off on it somewhere, but by no means am I, expert in that field. So we actually hire professionals and give all of our clients access to them.
So what is the process if I've got a small business, and you said small business can be defined? Now, you said 2 to 100.
You can go down to one employee. So if you have two employees that are on payroll and one opts out or is a qualified waiver, say they're 65 and they're on Medicare, they can opt out, and you can offer it to one employee. So we can go down to one employee, and we are, the largest group I've worked with had 1,000 employees. We feel, and our niche is, I would say, anywhere from 20 to 100. That's where we feel we can really help business owners with all the added values that we bring to the table.
So we talked a little bit about the employee handbook as being one of the added values, the benefit administration.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me some of the other things that I should be looking for if I'm a business owner going to try and find somebody to handle my employee benefits. I'm ignorant.
Right. So we also do total compensation statements, and we provide those on an annual basis. Or
what is that?
So it breaks down the benefits that you offer your employees. So total compensation. So not only are you providing them a wage, an hourly wage or salary, but you're also maybe paying for their health insurance, their dental, their vision, group life insurance, 401k. So we take all that data and we compile it into custom worksheets for each employee. And then it allows you to either at a review, it shows them that not only are you paying them X amount, but also here's a total value that the company, that we're providing each employee.
That's a big deal, because I know a lot of people just look and say, okay, I make 15, Bernie Sanders, everyone should make $15 an hour, right? But what people are really getting paid is significantly different than that. When you look at what you just mentioned, the health care or 401k or any kind of matches, hey, you don't ever hear about that number. So is there a rule of thumb? I mean, from the companies you study, I mean, at one time I thought that I heard there was a lot of people are getting actually like 30% more than their salary.
It's significantly higher depending on the contribution that your employer does. I mean, we have companies that contribute, 90% of their employees, and then also say 50% for their dependents. So if you have a family of 4, I know if I'm going to the market, I'm going to pay $1,500 to $2,000 to cover my wife, my 2 children, and myself. And it just depends on the insurance that you have. But so when you break that down and you show an employee, hey, this is how much we're actually contributing towards your benefits, it's a huge benefit, and it helps retain, employees.
So just think about this. I'm a simple guy, so I think it's like 172 hours of work every month. If you're a full-time 40-hour person, and I paid pretty much what you're just saying, maybe a little bit more. So just say if it cost you $1,700 for a family of 4, that's another $10 an hour to whatever your salary is that you could be getting just in that one benefit alone. It becomes a significant number.
Right, and it just shows that, hey, not only are we paying you for your work, but we're also compensating you with these benefits.
It's a fascinating world that you're in. What else do I need to, if I'm shopping? Okay, I got the total compensation statement, the employee handbook. What other things might I be looking for that I was going to say, okay, this is why I'm going to go to the Maxwell agency instead of John Doe?
Well, we have cloud-based training as well. So we offer, anyone with 5 or more employees has to offer sexual harassment training.
Oh, really?
And that's, again, something I'm not a specialist in, but we have thousands of trainings online that we offer at zero cost to all of our clients. So it's cloud-based training, so it's online. All of your employees have access to the training, and then again, you can print off certificates of that. It can help with a lot of different things.
So if you get audited, then I guess you can probably call you and say, Travis, did anybody really do what they were supposed to?
Well, and if they do, then we keep track of that in our cloud-based systems. All of those documents, everything can be stored under each individual employee, showing that, yes, these are the things that they've been trained on. Here's your sexual harassment training.
So it protects the company then.
Protects the company, absolutely. Yeah,
that's a great tool in this day and age, especially in California, where these things are changing so frequently. Right, because I mean, if I'm not, I know you're not the guru there, but that you're like me. The 30,000-foot level of it.
Well,
we do it.
We know what the most of the guidelines are, and we know how to help our clients. Make sure that they
stay compliant.
They avoid fines, that they don't get in trouble.
Sure.
And so we provide that to all of our clients, like I said, at zero cost. We don't add them. You'll never get a bill from Maxwell for any of these added values that we bring to the table.
So explain to me, when I'm looking at insurance, how do I pay you? As a company owner?
Well, we don't get paid. We get paid from the.
You do this because you're
insurance
nice.
Yeah, we do it. We get commissions from the insurance carriers. So as a business owner, you'll never write me a check. You'll never get a bill from me. We get compensated from the insurance carriers.
Okay, so it's a service that they're paying for.
Correct.
But what we're doing is we're getting the benefits, and so that's why I have to shop. I don't just go to the Yellow Pages or date myself, right? Hit random.org and pick the next company that comes up.
So, but we represent the client. So if something happens or if they need to contact Blue Shield or Kaiser, they just contact me personally, and then my team will contact Kaiser on their behalf. And then we, as opposed to sitting on hold for 45 minutes, that's our job. We represent the clients and the employees and get things done on that end.
So that's another big issue. Instead of sitting there on that phone tree, press 1 to talk to somebody, or if you want a human, press 0 or something along those lines.
Right. No, they contact myself personally or our staff, and we handle all the problems for them.
Which is nice. And I'm sure a lot of people just have questions, right? I mean, am I covered for this, Travis? Am I not covered for this? I mean, a lot of people are ignorant. I mean, I'm the first to say I'm ignorant. I don't know any of this stuff.
Well, if you're not doing it on a daily basis or talking that language, it's hard. And we really like to sit down with every employee, make sure that they're enrolled in the correct plan, make sure that they have the right prescription drug coverage. So yeah, we meet with each employee individually, and we can do that in person or we can do it digitally. We can do Zoom meetings where we meet with every single employee via Zoom and do enrollments that way too.
Interesting. So we're going to talk more about this. I got a few more questions I might throw at Travis when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. My featured home, brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, will be on our docket as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. No longer on Twitter, at Ron Siegel. But if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation mortgage adoption plan. You be the judge if it's right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to map@ronsiegelradio.com or call today, Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporation and MLS 217037 and BCAL-BRE number 018694452.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Do you believe Southern California real estate is a great investment? Are you a little short to be a cash investor? Are you missing the Social Security card or tax returns? The Siegel Lending Team has the loans for you. Common Sense Lending is back. Yes, there's a cost to higher risk, but the reward can be great. Call today for details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations and MLS 217037 and DRE number 1869452.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed rate below 3.5% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $300,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,300 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed to NMLS ID 217037. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Who's got the featured home today? We're scouring Southern California to find 1511 Miramar Drive in Fullerton. Marcy Thomas has this listing. Something called Raymond Hills, beautiful ranch-style single-story pool home, stunning views from the hills to Catalina. 4-bedroom home is one to see. From the beautiful remodeled kitchen, including high-end cabinetry, stunning countertops, stainless steel appliances, and a wolf range. I'm a simple guy. I don't even know what a wolf range is. To view to your backyard and refreshing pool. From the moment you walk in, you're going to fall in love with this home with its magnificent views out of the living room, family room. Entertainer's dream. Walking distance to Troy High School, Rosary, and Acacia. Okay. $1,199,000 is the price of this property. Let's go look at some financing options. 10% down, $5,309 a month. You put 20% down, $4,719 a month. Strategically putting 25% down, $3,900 a month. For those of you keeping score at home, that'll be a 4.487 APR, 4.35, 3.456 APR, and MLS 217037. Got to keep those compliance people happy, so we throw all of that in there. That is the featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Continuing our conversation this morning, Travis Robinson is here. Maxwell Agency Insurance Services is with us. If you want to meet Travis, give me a call, 800-306-1990. Be happy to put you in touch with him. So, Travis, what I'm learning here this morning is you call the name of the company is an insurance agency, but you guys do a lot more than that.
Right. We do. I mean, insurance is how we make our money, but providing benefits back to small business owners, we like to take the money and reinvest it back into them and help small business owners do what they like doing. I mean, who wants to sit around and do employee handbooks or go through open enrollments? And we take that off of their plate, and we help them.
Makes a lot of sense. So let me ask you this, because when we're talking about the real estate world, I don't understand all the insurance stuff. It's not my wheelhouse. But when I talk about the insurance world, I highly recommend people, go in and do a review at least once a year. Is that similar when you're talking about the group benefit world?
Yeah, so all business insurance will renew, or you'll have an open enrollment period where employees can make changes. They can, change benefits, and that's when most business owners will want to sit down and kind of do a review of what they currently have, what they're offering to their employees, and that's where we can come in and do kind of an apples to apples side and say, hey, listen, this is what you currently have. Here's, another carrier. Here's how we can save you money. We like to talk about what doctors they're currently using or what networks they're in, like Hoag Hospital, St. Jude, and we can put them and put those in those networks and save them money with a smaller network of doctors. Then that's another option as well.
So that's going to drive my pricing is the size of the network.
Drive it down, correct? Yeah.
Wow.
So you can have a smaller network of doctors, but if you're in St. Jude, right here in Orange County, if you need to see those doctors, we can put you in a smaller network and have access to all those doctors. Then it's also save you quite a bit of money. Now,
being that we're in this COVID world nowadays, so many businesses are operating in multiple states, does that change how we have to deal with our employee benefits? Being that, as from the healthcare, I mean, if I'm looking at hiring an assistant in Washington State,
Right.
Does that matter?
No. Well, California, each carrier has a little bit different regulations. You need to have a certain percentage of employees in California to have a California-based health insurance plan.
Okay.
But as long as the majority of your employees are in California, then you can have employees in other states, and I have that. We have several groups that are based in California but have employees in Arizona, Texas. So it varies, but the percentages vary by each carrier as well.
Now, without sharing any kind of confidential information, can I come to you and say, hey, Travis, I've got a CPA office with 10 people. What is the norm in a CPA office for somebody? And I'm not asking you specifically what they do, but is that something that a business owner might call you and say, hey, I've got a manufacturing plan. What are most manufacturers offer? So I can stay competitive with my competition.
Absolutely. We deal a lot with manufacturing companies. So it really just depends on where their location is and what their employees need to utilize, what type of coverage they need to utilize.
And I have to, maybe especially in California as an employer, do I have to do everything in multi-languages too?
Most do, and we have bilingual staff.
Okay.
I am not bilingual, but we have staff that does all of our open enrollments for us. And we will either send them out, or like I said, we can do it virtually where we have bilingual.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you don't have to have a computer to be able to do all this, the paperless enrollment.
Correct. Right. We have our enrollers either meet virtually with them, and what we've done in the past is we've brought computers out and we ask the employers to set up the computers, or in a room where we can meet with them one-on-one if they're not comfortable with doing in person. So then we'll actually mail out tablets to a group and have them set it up, get on Wi-Fi, and then we'll do one-on-ones with groups virtually.
So there's a lot of options nowadays.
Absolutely, and you need to with COVID and you need to make sure everyone's comfortable, and you need to be able to meet one-on-one with the employees. We feel because of HIPAA regulations, your employer, you don't need to just divulge certain information to your employer, and that they can talk to us about certain things or certain medications that they need or need to be covered with, but they don't want their employer to know about it. So that's where we can talk with them one-on-one and make sure that they're getting the right coverage.
So do you have to talk to the employees? Because if I'm understanding correctly, you had said that part of developing the right program for a company is knowing what the needs are of the members, I guess. Correct. What you call them?
Employees, correct.
Employees. So do you have to go out and talk to them ahead of time before you make a presentation to a business owner?
Well, not necessarily. Most of the time, if a group has benefits already, we talk to them and find out where their employees utilizing most of their plans, or where are they going. And we can also do surveys where we send out surveys to all the employees, and they can answer certain questions for the, it's a survey based what the employer wants to know. And we can send out digital surveys and have the employees answer those and get the data back that we want to offer. Do you want to offer dental? Do you need Kaiser? So we can do any questions that the employer wants.
So what's the most common? What do people, is there something that's so to speak the most common, the biggest questions that people are going to ask you, or what people would want to know?
As far as for
their insurance benefits. What is, if it's a company, maybe even a story time with Travis.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what the heck? What do people?
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of people don't know the difference between HMO and PPO. So a lot of times we have questions come up with that as far as the employees and what's the benefits and how do the networks work and things like that. So it's
an educational business.
We more educate the employer and the employees based off the insurance and what it covers and how does it benefit them. If you go see a doctor, what is it going to cost me for that office visit, or what does it cost for a prescription drug? And we can sit down with the employees and explain that to them and let them know that if they're utilizing the plan, what type of services do they really need to utilize it? What's the cost going to be if they utilize it? Is it cheaper to go to urgent care as to the emergency room, and depending on what they need.
And that's great information. Educating people is always a biggie, right? I mean, that's one of the key comments. And the other part that I take away is the fact that everyone thinks about the big bad insurance company. Well, one of the things that you've shared with us is you kind of bridge that, right? So I don't have to even deal with the insurance company. I get to call you and deal with you and your team.
Correct. They get dedicated staff. So like I said, they're going to call me directly, or we have case managers that they get dedicated to groups. And all they do is email or call my staff, and we will deal with them directly. So an email saying, hey, this employee is terminated. We'll contact the carriers, let them know that it's terminated. We'll get confirmation. We'll send it back to the group so that they understand that they're not paying. We've had groups that they've had people on insurance that have been terminated for 3 or 4 months. And they, so they're paying those premiums for those employees when they shouldn't be, so it's added cost.
Added cost right to the bottom line because they didn't make that phone call to Travis.
Right, absolutely.
Right, I mean, you got to, and that's kind of what our whole focus is here on Ron Siegel Radio, is just being able to give people a concept, right? If you're a business owner, what geographic area do you cover, Travis?
All of California. We have groups in Texas, Nevada. So we're based in Costa Mesa.
Okay.
I live in Brea.
So you're here in Orange County, but you can cover a wide geography.
Yeah, we travel. I mean, I closed 2 groups out in Palm Springs.
Nice.
2 months ago. So we don't.
2 months ago, it might have even been decent weather then.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 110 degrees or something like that?
But no, we with our onboarding and paperless systems, we can do this any group anywhere.
Great information. If you want to meet Travis Robinson, Maxwell Agency Insurance Services, give me a call at 800-306-1990. Be happy to put you in touch. And as always, I ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks for joining us today. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.